Hello, this is missthitbo and Mr. G, and welcome back to TLT channel. This time we join a food tour in the capital of the Philippines. It's Manila, and this time our tour guide is Chloe, a local and also a food expert. We booked this tour on Airbnb for £49 or $66, trying more than 8 dishes with a local beer tasting stop. We love this experience so much, not only because the food that we tried, but also because of how much we learned about Filipino cultures. And it was so exciting trying Filipino Tricycle and Jeepney Ride for the first time. After all, food tour is always our choice when we arrive a new place. And let's go and see what we ate in this tour.
Right. It's good for our height and physique, but definitely for them, it's a little bit of a cramp, okay?
Nice.
Okay.
We can? Should I hop on? Oh my god. I don't know if you can.
I think it's okay.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, driver.
Driver has his daughter from taking her from school probably.
Exceptional. It's already starts so fun.
We needed to wake up.
My hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now we know it's a little bit tight for two.
That's the point.
And the change compartment there. Yeah.
How can I stay?
No sleeping, like it's nothing. Let's take your nap.
It's amazing.
That's why Asian people can sleep anywhere.
Yeah.
Okay, ready?
Yeah. Oh my god. And it just leave. Oh, actually we can see them, huh?
Ah, yes, someone can sit on the back too. Became an hour.
Amazing.
Very fun, wasn't it?
Yeah, we just realized you can ride on the bike as well. At the back.
Yeah. Alright.
That was fun.
Yeah. Alright, so yeah, come in. Come over here. So, as you can see, you'll be having some steamed dumplings, right? So before I order up, do you guys like spice? I mean, definitely, yes.
Yeah.
Spice, a little bit, yeah?
You want a little spicy?
Okay. Main difference is in the sauce, no? So for the sauce of Chinese shumai, they use soy sauce, vinegar, and chili oil, right? But here in the Philippines, we still use soy sauce because of course it's a vital ingredient for any Asian cuisine. And definitely instead of vinegar, we exchange this with tiny green limes. We call it calamansi. And for the chili oil, we add a little bit more of garlic into the flavor, yeah. So it has extra flavors from it as well.
Garlic, of
Garlic
course.
everywhere.
Yeah, so that's just what she's preparing right now. And I'll be handing it to you guys as well. Other than the dish, you're also caramel and a little bit of banana essence. So it has a little bit of sweetness in there.
Gulaman.
Gulaman.
Never heard about that.
Is that banana or vanilla?
Banana? I think so.
Banana
I
essence?
heard banana.
Banana.
Oh, that's a lot. Thank you.
For that, please.
There we go,
You're
yes.
gonna be full already.
One
with
each
this.
for everyone.
You wanna squeeze?
You have to squeeze the calamansi first.
Yeah.
So you have that nice citrusy taste. Remember this one? Yeah. And of course you have some drinks over here.
With lime juice. Interesting.
It tastes like the normal shumai, but I think that fruit kumquat, yeah,
Yeah.
it makes the difference.
Yeah.
I see it everywhere here. The food in Philippines,
Yeah.
vinegar or this one.
Or that
you like
calamansi.
you like sour
We
sour
do,
fruit
we
here.
do, yeah. Unlike our neighboring countries, right? For example, Vietnam or Thailand. We went to a more sour route rather than spicy.
True.
Very, very nice.
I like it. Good dumpling.
I like the comfort.
Here you go. Here's your drink.
Thank
To
you.
freshen up.
Yeah, it's like Gulaman. Tastes like banana. There's some kind of jelly inside as well, no?
So the jellies are basically similar to Jello, yeah. Or if you're more familiar with agar-agar plates, the one made out of seaweed, it's the same thing as well.
Smell very banana.
Yeah. I hope you like banana.
Siomai.
Siomai. Yeah. And Gulaman.
Alright, so we'll be start here because of course it's familiar food, very delicious. I'm basically not throwing you guys under the bus just yet because the next stop, which is literally by the neighbors over here, that's where everyone will be trying out some mystery meats and skewers, okay? But before we head over there, we'll be going to a takeout counter. We'll be getting some sweet treats for you guys to share later. Shall we? But before we have a seat again, I'd like to introduce to you the mystery skewers that we'll be having, okay? As I mentioned, all of these skewers you see with the wooden sticks, those will be the mystery meats you'll be trying out. And since they're a little bit of a mystery, we'll be doing a little bit of a game, shall we? The first part of the game, although Mike is already exempted from this, he might still remember because he actually did this tour like last year, April with me, and he's just bringing Nate, his friend here to try it out as well. So you'll have to be exempted in this, yeah? So tight lip, yeah, not to spoil everything, no? So for you guys, it's a challenge for you to guess which part of the animal it actually is, okay? I'll be telling you whether it's pork or chicken, but it's up to you to decipher which part it actually is. Of course, after trying a little bit of it.
You don't like to take, you won't eat the whole salad.
Is there other words there? Okay, is
The
there
mystery meat is mystery parts.
Organs.
Fried chicken ass.
So I'll just prep this for later. But of course, we'll wait for your mystery meats first. Is your barbecue sauce. This is basically the same barbecue sauce or the marinade that they use to kind of flavor the grilled meats they're grilling right now. But they give you extra sauce on the side for it. The other bowl you have here is your chili, of course, and your calamansi. Very, very tasty. So this is a different sauce that I'll be helping you guys step by step on to creating your perfect sauce for the dipping for the mystery meats as well, okay? So we'll be starting off. If you like it spicy, you can grab your chili. If you want it to be just a little bit spicy, you can half it in the middle. There we go. Half it in the middle. You can bring out some of the seeds if you would like it to be a little bit spicier. But if you don't, you can just half it and then put it back to the bowl. Yeah? Of course, now do not, by all means, do not rub your eyes.
Yeah.
All right. After you grab your calamansi, you'll squeeze all of your juice inside too. Squeeze all the delicious juices there. You can leave the peeling in there too for extra flavor. And then last but not the least, you'll have to add both of the soy sauce and your sugarcane vinegar, which is the one bottle over here. Just like a teaspoon each. Or no, sorry, a tablespoon each. Or you can just eyeball it too.
Yeah, I might just eyeball it.
That's the fun about cooking. You can always eyeball everything, huh?
Just use feeling.
Yeah,
Listen to your ancestor.
exactly. There we go.
I love this. Calamansi,
And then vinegar.
especially very common here.
Yes, you can get it everywhere.
I
So
think
this is already quite flavored, right? So you see already some chili seeds in there as well, some garlic, onions, even some calamansi just to flavor it all out, right? So this is their own homemade mixture of the vinegar. So for example, if you're gonna try to recreate it, it might be a little bit different if you just use or flavor or use plain vinegar as well. Huh? So these two will be your sauces for your delicious mystery meats that they have
looks nice.
just served. Alright. So you have the first three over here and we're still waiting for the rest, yeah? So just to give you guys a little bit of time to take photos of it before I let you guys try a skewer from each other, okay? They're all bright red, but they're very different. Walkman. So the Walkman gives you a little bit of a hint as to which part of the animal it actually is, but sometimes it can get a little bit tricky because it can lead you to the right answer or the wrong answer as well, okay? So we'll start with you guys first. Grab a skewer of this one. There we go. And
Let's
skewer.
put it here so we can.
So for this one, it goes very well with the soy sauce.
I know
and
it is
vinegar
already.
Jeepney.
Looks nice.
For you.
Yummy.
So you recommend having with this one?
Yeah, with the soy sauce and vinegar, yeah? I have it there.
Cheers.
Looking at it, it is quite fatty. And if you're lucky enough, you have that little bit of a cartilage in there too.
Fantastic.
I love it.
It's like melting in your mouth.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So soft.
Very nice.
Wow.
We love fat
You love that.
and protein.
We like fatty meat. Yeah.
Yes.
We're not afraid of eating fat.
Yeah.
Great.
Very, very nice.
Love it. I know what part of the animal it is.
Yeah.
You guys wanna guess? You wanna guess?
Yeah.
Belly.
Belly.
No. I don't
A
think
lot
so.
of my guests think
Yeah.
it's belly because of the melt in the mouth fat, right? But it's not belly. Do you have
Ear.
to guess? The ear? Yeah.
Ear.
What makes you say it's the ear?
Because it has the cartilage.
The cartilage, yeah. Oh, interesting. So do you want to know what it is?
Probably intestine.
The intestine? Not the intestine as well. Huh? Are you ready to know? Alright, so yes, ear is correct, and also because that's why we call it as the Walkman.
Walkman.
Because we're referencing it to Sony Walkman, right? During the 80s and 90s,
Yeah.
where they would always use it in their ears, right? So that was pig
Walkman.
ears. Very, very tasty. Yeah? It's again another pork skewer, but definitely a little bit more familiar in terms of taste and texture, okay? I jokingly say this might give you memories of your childhood. So the skewer over here.
It's like liver. Or,
I think it's liver.
How's that?
Good.
Very nice.
Familiar? Yeah.
No gaminess. Very clean tasting.
From my childhood.
From your childhood, yeah?
No gamey flavor at all. Very light flavor. I love it.
Ah, really? Well, I guess it really depends on the person's palate, you know? Because I get quite a lot of guests who find this a little bit more stronger in taste and texture as well, compared to, for example, chicken liver.
Yeah, chicken liver is in a lighter, but
Yeah.
compared to beef liver is a lot
This
less
is lighter.
mineral. Beef liver has
okay.
sometimes as well very mineral. taste.
Yeah. So this might be the gnarliest looking, but definitely the mildest in taste, okay? So I have a skewer for you guys. Very nice for you guys.
Chicken intestine.
Yeah. Thank you.
So which one do you recommend with
Yeah, which sauce?
For this one, it goes very well with either of the sauces. Depends on which one you prefer.
I'll try plain first, let's see.
Yeah.
It's the same one as this one, right?
Yep.
Not bad.
Do you remember this one? You might be thinking that this is your dessert already, but this is actually not your dessert because dessert always is at the very end of the tour. So these are your palate cleansers, okay? So since you'll be having quite a lot of savory treats in between of the different stops you'll be doing, definitely you have to cleanse your palate so you'll have a nice clean base in preparation for the next savory food, right? So we'll be cleaning your palates with cassava treats. Again, this is your peachy. Just to recap, this is your steamed one, which is a little bit more jelly-like. And of course, it is covered in cheese. Yeah. Very tasty. So it's already sliced into smaller pieces, so you guys can just fork one out. Yeah. Lucky me.
I love it.
Also this chewy.
So you shave, you shave out the great
Yeah,
cassava.
the cassava.
Yeah, it's same texture.
Yeah.
We call it baklolo.
Baklolo.
Yeah.
I love it. Interesting. Very good. How's the cheese? Definitely the cheese might be different from what you have in Fiji, right? Yeah. And of course, the second sweet treat you'll be trying out is cassava cake. Again, this is the one that is baked together with coconut this time. So compared to the first one, this has a little bit more flavor, a little bit sweeter as well. But of course, it's still covered in cheese.
Wow.
So now it looks like a baked lasagna or sweet lasagna. So this tends to be a little bit stickier than the first one. It has foil, so be careful not to get bits of the foil unless you want extra flavors, metallic flavors into it. Alright, I'll start with you, Cham.
Is it cut? How should
It's
I
already
do this?
cut, but you can just kind of fork as much as you want.
Sorry, I made a mess.
It's alright.
Thank you. I love it. Anything with coconut for me, I always like
Yeah,
it.
anything coconut?
Yeah. It's a bit contradictory. I don't like fruits, but anything
But you
with
like
coconuts,
coconut.
I'm crazy about it.
Well, I mean, they do say coconut is just a giant nut. It's actually not a fruit.
Yeah.
Shit.
First, I'll be letting you guys take a break real quick while I settle the bill in this stop and in the previous stops as well. So you guys can enjoy the sweet treats or just rest up your stomach for the next set of food. Yeah?
Still not decided between Cebu or Siargao. We're thinking. But we're gonna aim for the trip in Boracay, the last place.
Perfect itinerary. I always recommend like if you want to have like a nice rest time in a nice beautiful beach.
Yeah,
Boracay is a
Boracay is
perfect.
easy.
Yeah. Just
Vietnamese,
yeah,
so-
that's true.
I'm filming. So.
They do say, you know, the worst barrier to cross in Vietnam.
It's much worse than here, yeah.
Yeah,
Much scarier
Oh, the traffic here is so chill.
it's very chill.
compared to Vietnam, yeah.
Vietnam is mental.
Scary. That's what happens when you drink coffee and smoke the whole day.
Yeah, actually people here, they don't smoke much.
Yeah, not much.
Very good.
I mean, they do vape, but like actual cigarette smoke, I don't see them quite
Yeah.
often anymore.
I don't even see the cigarette butts on the
Yeah.
road. Very clean as well.
Yeah.
And you can see this one everywhere, yeah? Just chilling on the road and no one harass them.
Yep.
Touchy touchy. And Woody.
Alright. Oh, bless you.
Thank
That
you.
was such a cute name. Alright, so on this spot we'll be having a total of 4 fried goods that you'll be trying out. Would you still like to share?
Vegetarian,
Sedap.
probably.
You guys good with vinegar? Yeah? Yeah, let's come closer.
Afternoon snack. They eat vinegar with
I
everything.
will have mine without. Yeah.
Yeah. I love vinegar, thank you.
So again, this is what we call as your lumpiang toge, because toge is our term for bean sprouts. And so it's actually filled with bean sprouts
Toto?
and tofu. So very, very tasty.
So vegetarian. Do you normally have it like protein as well, like chicken, pork?
We have a different
It's serious
lumpia. We call it as lumpiang gulay. So gulay is our term for vegetables, and inside would be different vegetables, but also with ground pork in it. Yeah. And of course, the very well-known lumpiang Shanghai, which is mostly in the size of my finger, and inside will just be purely meat with a little bit of carrots and potatoes, but purely meat. Very, very tasty.
I don't think I've ever had with tofu before.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a little bit more vegetarian option.
I think I like a dipping sauce of some kind.
Yeah, that's why we use
chili
vinegar.
sauce. Yeah. No chili sauce,
No
nothing.
chili sauce, just vinegar. So the reason why we love eating vinegar with a lot of our sweet food is because when you're walking during a hot day like this, right, you tend to lose your appetite, you know? And so the vinegar is actually one that helps you kind of spike up your appetite so you can start eating again. Yeah, that's why we love vinegar as our dipping sauce. Part of the chicken.
Go. And more dishes to go.
Thank God we can share.
Yeah, better share because fried food is so heavy.
So the first one I would like you guys to try out are the crispy, kind of like chicken nuggets looking over here. Yeah. So these are basically what we call as proben, and proben is kind of like our version of, they're similar to like KFC chicken nuggets. And the orange balls is basically the least serious among all Filipino street food because inside is just hard-boiled quail egg. Okay?
There's a quail like inside.
Yeah, there's a quail egg inside of the orange ball.
Quail egg is nice.
What is that outside?
Also, the outside is kind of like a pancake batter. So the reason
Ah.
why it's colored orange is because here in the Philippines, we have what we call as annatto seeds. Or basically, it's like seeds that colors your food a bright orange or a deep red if you, depending on the amount that you cook. So very, very tasty. So it's kind of like a natural food coloring. So it's very
Thank you.
nice.
Momo. This one's very heavy, greasy. But wait, there's more.
I did
No.
say four. Alright, so be careful again. This is very hot, no? So this is the very popular banana turon. No? So banana turon is kind of our version of candied apples. Except it's not apples, but it's bananas. But I still recommend you to take a bite, at least once of this, no? You might have a different perspective of fruits after this.
Okay, I'll try. I'll give it a try.
Caramel.
Caramelized banana.
I wanna like it.
caramelized. There we go.
I love banana.
So it's
People
kind
are
of
gonna
like,
like
you
it.
know how in Korea they have like, or in China actually, I think that was a Chinese dish. The candied
Hello.
Yeah,
Hello.
yeah.
No, hello.
Yeah. So very, very similar, but except here it's brown sugar. No, it's not just white.
You don't
Guys,
need
why
that.
didn't you eat the fruit?
Making me eat banana. I don't like banana.
Especially banana, yeah.
Oh, I'm so full.
And you have a footage to prove it. That
Yeah,
you're eating
I'm on
banana.
camera, so I cannot deny it.
I love it.
Very nice. So this is very common to be sold in either close to businesses or even close to primarily universities or schools, right? Because a lot of the kids, of course, kill for sweets. And it's kind of like they say it's a healthy snack. If you forget the fact that it's deep fried and covered in sugar, you know? You let them try it for the kids because it's still a fruit, it's still a banana inside.
I want to keep it. I want to finish it.
Sure.
Appetizer.
Yeah,
now we
now.
go for main course.
Oh,
Main course.
main course. Yes.
Hot.
Here outside. So here we are in the little takeout counter. So this is very similar to the first takeout counter we've been to, except they're more known for a lot of souvenir foods that a lot of foreigners end up bringing back to the US or to other countries as well. No? But of course, for us, we're gonna be taking out a delicious sweet treat. You'll be taking or trying out with the savory treat to the next spot. And I always ask my guests, just in case if you have or you understand a little bit of Spanish.
We tried this one before and I know what it means. Yes.
Well, of course, I'm still gonna do it for everyone to understand. No? So the reason why I asked that is because puto, yeah, I'm sure you are familiar with that, is a very, very bad word in
Yes.
Spanish. No, so that's the bad word for the male, and puta is the bad word for the female. No? So fun enough, here in the Philippines, puta is our bad word, and puto will always mean.
There's
Maybe of
puto
the-
for everyone.
Only your friends will
The
rice
sweet.
cakes. Yes. So as you can see, it means these delicious rice cakes. And they usually come in different colors, but before they used to have plain flavors. But here in Michelle's, of course, you'll be tasting different flavors according to the colors as well. So the first color over here, the purple one, which is ube. So it's ube flavored, so that's the purple yam, which is something the Philippines is starting to get known for as well. Very, very tasty. The green one over here is pandan. No? So it's very similar or very like our what do you call this? Vanilla extracts of Asia, because we use it in quite a lot of different sweet treats, and even in flavoring white rice. Yeah, very tasty. And of course, the brown one is your brown sugar or muscovado sugar, so it gives you a nice caramel-like taste to it. A little bit more subtle, but you have that nice sweetness in there. And last but not the least, we also have your cheese flavor. Okay. You might be wondering why we have so much cheese in a lot of sweet treats. It's because, again, we love that good combination of sweet and savory. So in almost every sweet treat, we drizzle or add cheese in everything. Huh? So also, funny enough, that we don't have our very own dairy production, but we still love doing cheese and sweet treats all together. So we mostly do import our milk, but we manufacture or we process our cheese locally here in the Philippines, which is very, very similar to Kraft Singles. Understand Spanish? You guys can send that to them. So for the next stop, it's a little bit more down the road, but I personally hate walking, and a lot of Filipinos hate walking as well. So that's why we have quite a lot of local form of transportation, and not just the tricycles, right? So another treat for you guys, so we have what we call as the jeepneys, or the metal buses, alright?
Yeah.
So we'll be crossing over here. So wait for
Let's go get our first jeepney.
one of the security guards' primal work is to show people where the bathroom is or where the nearest exit is. We'll be hopping into here, but careful on your head, of course. Alright. There we go. Careful on your head, yeah?
Our first time riding a jeepney.
Yeah, very fun. Alright. Tourist.
Yeah.
So here we are in a very local jeepney. No? So in history, jeepney were mostly used as troop transportation during the World War II, right? So of course, after the World War, the Americans added up the costs of how much it would be to bring it back to the US, but of course they thought it's just too expensive. So they left it here to the Philippines, and the Filipinos thought of an ingenious idea to elongate the body and create it into this local form of transportation, right? So this is one of the most common kind of symbols of when you search up the Philippines. Like jeepneys is the number one that pops up into your Google search, right? Or your Safari search. So a lot of Filipinos prefer riding jeepneys because it's a little bit more cheaper than the tricycles, and it also brings you a little bit farther. And you're very lucky if the jeepney usually, or where you're staying is very close to where a jeepney goes around or has the route in, right? Because you can literally say stop, and then you can come down and then enter your house afterwards. No more walking.
So how do you know the route? Is it from what's written outside?
Yes, from written outside or from what's plastered at the front over here as well.
So that's street names, basically.
Yes, street names. So especially if you're a foreigner who are not very familiar with or not even just a local, but not the locality of the area here, you might be quite wondering where does this go and where does that go and all that, right? If you could pass that along.
Pass the change.
Yeah, so this is the common way of paying in a jeepney as well.
You should have an app to give you the routes.
Yeah,
Because-
I think they are working on that, but you know, with the government and all that stuff.
Yeah, for us it's a little bit intimidating because we don't know where to go. Yeah.
Yes. Alright, so a way to say stop in a jeepney is para. Or you can also do this.
Para.
Or they usually have like a sign over here.
Yeah. Wait.
Alright. Okay. Para po. Alright, so we'll be going down over here. Careful on your way down. Thank you.
So it doesn't matter how long you go.
Yeah, as long as it's within the route, it's 13 pesos or 6 cents US.
13.
Wow, fixed the price.
Yeah.
Cool. So you just hop on.
We'll be crossing over here as well.
13 peso.
Don't need to think about the change.
Yeah.
Yes, they are trying, but I think the locals are winning because locals are protesting that they shouldn't remove it because it's part of their culture as well. But I mean, when you think about it as well, it's for a good cause.
now we are going to our main course. Hito. Wow, look at that fish. Expensive fish.
Just add another share. We'll have this nice pool table, the entertainment. But you know, you're in the Philippines if you see the private karaoke rooms in the side. Karaoke booths are very important in most bar places.
No guns.
No guns, no knife. Okay? And then another drunk person tries to steal your song or tries to steal the mic. And if you have all those, weapons in you, there might be a little bit of
Oh my
insightful incident happening. So they don't want to have that, right? So it can get frisky whenever anyone tries to steal someone's song, especially when you're in the Philippines. Okay, so keep that in mind. I'm thinking you would like the stronger one.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Michael?
Stronger one,
The stronger one, yeah.
Karaoke style.
Classic.
Which one you want?
The classic.
Classic. Yes.
Classic.
Yes.
Okay.
yeah.
Beautiful. Of course, that even if you're given like a nice cool bottle of alcohol, it tends to go down room temperature fairly easily too. So
Right.
I know it's quite sacrilegious for some countries to add beer and ice together, but when you're in the Philippines and it's hot like this, you might as well have to do it. No?
Yeah.
So just wait for your drinks, and then so we can have the ice.
So good, you will get hooked.
Alright, so this is the more stronger one, yeah? So this is what we call as
Red
red
horse.
horse. As you can see, their tagline is extra strong, yeah? So again, it's a 6.9% alcohol volume. Very, very nice.
I remember that one.
You remember this one? You had this the first time you were here?
Like it?
It's too strong for me.
Too strong for you?
Strong.
I like the San
The
Miguel.
classic one,
that
yeah.
We've been having San Miguel Light, and that's like water.
Ah!
That one is like a soft drink almost, yes.
Yes, yes.
But this one is the good one, the Pilsner.
Pilsner, yeah?
This one is very nice.
This is, yes, we're
Do what the logo does.
Would you also like some ice?
Yes,
Yeah.
pour on, please.
Yeah. You know that it's safe ice because they're factory made, of course. So definitely here in the Philippines, I know you might be hearing some people saying, "Oh, be careful of the ice in the water," right? But as long as they look like that, especially when you
Okay.
go to the islands, you know that it's safe. Yeah.
Okay.
So very, very nice. So how we say cheers here in the Philippines is actually tagay.
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 Yes. Tagay.
Your
Tagay.
Tagay.
Yeah.
There we go.
How's that? It's nice. Good. Now your cup of beer, or
I love it.
you like it?
I
A little
love
bit
it.
strong, but so here in the Philippines, although San Miguel sounds like a very Spanish name, yeah, it did originate in. It is originally Spanish, but after, of course, they're conquering the Philippines when they brought it here, the person who brought it here to the Philippines actually decided to have their own company separate from the main company in Spain. So San Miguel Philippine Corporation is solely from the Philippines. And so all of these alcohol, from the Red Horse to the Pale Pilsen to the other flavored beers as well, is all locally made and brewed here.
Nice.
So very, very nice.
Yes, there is a San Miguel beer as well, so it's from Spain. So
Yes,
it's not
but they
associated.
don't look like this, isn't
No,
it?
it's different in
Yeah.
the bottle, yeah. So it's not associated with the Filipino.
Yeah, it's very, very different.
So what other tours do you and your brother have? To food?
Yeah, we have 2 food tours. Although, so we have, if I'm not mistaken, 5 whole different experiences. So this Filipino street food tour. We also have a Chinatown tour, which brings you to the oldest Chinatown in the world, of course, outside of China. So that's the one you'll be doing tomorrow afternoon. We also have a history tour, which goes around the Intramuros area. And we also have a cooking class, which teaches you different Filipino meriendas to cook. Yeah, very, very easy, very basic cooking class. And the last one is having or dining with a Filipino grandma and grandpa, where they cook her favorite Filipino dishes with you. They welcome you to their home, and then you enjoy a Filipino meal inside their house.
That's vlog-worthy
Yeah.
right there.
But we don't, you don't have to cook.
Right?
You just
Yeah,
go
you,
there
yeah,
to-
you just go there,
I
enjoy
didn't
the
know
food.
about that one.
That's a good
Yeah,
cultural
yeah, that's
experience.
the. I'm not sure if I mentioned it But that's very, very new. We just recently brought it out around May of last year. So
When are you doing it? Are you doing it in the next few days?
yeah, we do. It's available
Every day?
Every day. Yeah. This is what we call sisig dynamite. Although dynamite, you can expect that it is quite spicy because it's local green chilies cut into two and then stuffed with the delicious sisig, your favorite.
Oh, nice.
So sisig is basically chopped up pork sautéed in onions and garlic and then stuffed inside the chilies. So fair warning, it's kind of like a Russian roulette. You're not sure which one is spicy until you take in a bite of it. But rest assured, if it's too spicy, you can always cut it back down with your delicious puto. Yeah? Alright, so the sauce over here is just your Thousand Island. So it's your mayonnaise and ketchup.
Wow, so colorful.
Alright, so have a taste. It might be fresh from the fryer, so it might be a little bit hot.
Yeah,
You like fried food here?
Yeah, fried
Everything
food is
fried.
a big, especially
like
in
it.
terms of street food, fried food is a big comment. But I mean, not just fry, we cook different ways as well, you know, like steaming, boiling, a lot of baked actually, indeed, yeah. But mostly, if it's not fried, it's actually boiled. If not fried, it's boiled.
very nice.
How's
Sisig
that?
flavor.
Seasick flavor, yeah, very
Nice. Good. Huh?
I love sisig.
Mm.
Not seasickness.
Not seasickness, but seasick, yes. We have crispy pork and tofu. Yeah. And then we have a delicious soy sauce dipping over here as well. Oh, let me just kind of sprinkle all the sauce in there so everyone has bits of the sauce too.
That looks great. There's
There
no
we
drinking
go.
food really.
Yes, exactly. All right. So yeah, have a taste. My favorite is a crispy pork in there. This one, yeah, for
Yeah, I
you.
think I agree as well. Yeah.
Oh,
That one.
the pepper too. Beautiful. Very, very nice. All right, you guys ready for your last, for your dessert?
Yeah. That's good. They have the quail as well.
So this is the balut vendor. So they commonly just come in like push carts and then they go around the neighborhood, you know, spraying balut and all that.
Is the quail egg also balut or just regular?
Just regular, yeah, just regular.
Normal quail egg.
Very nice. Very interesting.
Why do you have to do this?
So these are actually what we call as penoy. So penoy is kind of similar to balut, but the egg, the yolk of it is a little bit more wet. So it's not like firm. Meanwhile for balut, which are the one without the lines, those are a little bit more firmer. So it's kind of like gives you like an eraser texture. Yeah. So a lot of Filipinos love penoy because you can eat everything, right? But balut is also a big staple. Very, very interesting.
How do they know?
Alright, come in. Nice.
Hello.
Bread.
Nice.
Chocolate leche.
Sweet haven of air conditioning.
Nutella.
Sweet haven all around.
Smells of bakery.
Alright, so here we are in a little local bakery within the metropolis. This is actually what we call as pan de Manila, right? Or basically like bread of Manila, right? So of course, I know you guys are already quite full, so thankfully we're not here for their pastries, we're rather here for their ice cream.
Yay!
I did mention very light, right?
Yeah.
Alright, so before I introduce to you the different flavors we have here, just a quick story about the ice creams we have here in the Philippines. So we never really had ice creams in supermarkets or in convenience stores, right? We always had ice creams being sold by vendors in push carts, where they would scoop it up in their cones as well. But we also love having ice cream in bread buns, kind of like similar to dinner rolls, or kind of similar to these buns over here, right?
Yeah.
So we cut them open and then we scoop up the ice cream over there, kind of similar to how like ice cream, an actual ice cream sandwich, right?
yes.
So it's not only the Philippines who does that, but also Singapore, and I believe nowadays Italy does it with their gelato too. So that's very interesting, right? And of course, here in the Philippines, not only do we have those type of vendors, which you can commonly still see them around the Philippines, especially in the Intramuros area. Yeah, they have like the push carts that says sorbetes. And
Yes.
that's like the ice cream
Yes.
push carts. Very, very tasty. The other vendors would commonly sell popsicles similar to these as well, and that's why you'll be having popsicles for this afternoon. So we have different flavors over here. Of course, the best seller, which is mango, very, very delicious. As you know, as Mike mentioned earlier, Southeast Asian mango is one of the best. And of course, we have fruit salad. It's literally just the canned fruit, but we love them so much that we turn everything into like ice cream flavors. So we also have buko, or our term for coconuts. So I actually have a feeling this is like what you're gonna be going to, yeah. And of course, we have ube as well, which is a purple yam. Very, very tasty. We also have usual flavors like strawberry and cookies and cream. And one of our most iconic ice cream flavors, which is cheese, as you can see over here. Yeah, but good thing or a bad thing? I'm not sure. Maybe good thing for you guys. You don't have to, try that out. And just try from all these delicious flavors over here too. But if you do happen to get a chance to try cheese flavored ice cream, I do recommend. It really just tastes like cheesecake in an ice cream.
Yeah.
Very tasty. So among these flavors, which one would you like to try?
What's your favorite?
That's kind of cheats, but
Yeah.
What is it?
The mango.
it's kind of cheating because I really love buko as well. Yeah, that's one of my favorites. But mango is like so big of a classic, and fruit salad, it just goes on and on. Like everything is my favorite.
The mango is a little bit sour, or it's like completely
More
sweet.
Sweeter? Yeah,
I like a
sweeter.
little bit hint of sourness.
Sour.
Yeah. Or maybe strawberry then.
Yeah, strawberry, yeah. Okay.
Mango is completely sweet.
Yeah, mango.
And then of course, as a Filipino, I don't want to leave you guys empty-handed.
With you. So these are what we call as pan de coco. Yeah. So pan de coco is
coco.
basically kind of similar to a cinnamon roll, but instead of butter, sugar, and cinnamon inside, it's actually filled with roasted coconuts and brown sugar. It goes very well with coffee, tea, maybe in the morning, or maybe as a midnight snack later on if you get hangry. Yeah.
Yes, let's open first.
Really like craft singles.
Oh.
Cheese, eaten cheese.
It's like fake American cheese.
Yes, but very nice, very, very nice. Of course, last but not least, I would love to take a quick photo with you guys if you would like to. As to commemorate this afternoon, of course, yeah? And outside of our tour, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank you all for joining us this afternoon. It was such a lovely experience, touring you guys around this locality, letting you guys try all this different Filipino food. I hope you're thoroughly full, because if you're not, that means I did not do a good job. Yeah,
Full.
you're full. Okay, that's like
I
music
didn't
to my
eat
ears.
everything.
Yeah,
Yeah,
very
I'm cheated, man. What's going on?
I was pacing myself, but I was here before.
Yeah.
3 hours later, we're on a car going back to the hotel after 3 hours.
I'm eating. Yeah, and this
Of
might take 3 hours as well to get back because the traffic is horrible.
Well, compared to the other like Jakarta or Kuala Lumpur, I have to say that it's pretty chill here.
It's not that bad. People are not very aggressive. You don't hear anybody honking the horns. Except for now.
Maybe you ask for fight if you
Yeah.
honk it. Anyway, yeah, very nice
Nice tour.
tour.
Yeah. Good foods.
Yeah, the first food tour ever that we can have alcohol.
Ah yes, first one with beer included.
Yeah, it's just like some house sitting,
Yeah,
having some snacks and
and beer.
drinking beers.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, I think for me the highlight was the desserts, the cassava cakes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, yeah, the alcohol scene, this scenario. I like the ride. I also into the
Tricycle and Jeepny.
feeling like Hagrid and Harry Potter. Yeah.
Yeah, and the Jeepney also cool. Yeah.
We learn a lot about history
Mhm.
and food and culture
Yeah.
and how things work here.
A little bit, yeah. Get a glimpse of the local life.
Yeah, and it's just like a small area, but we have experience of a lot of different range of food. Yeah, I like the cassava cake as well.
And the barbecue, I think, also for me is gonna be my favorites.
Yeah, thumbs up. Should try.
Great. Yeah, always for a food tour.
The best thing about this food tour also is the tour guide English is super good, so you can ask as many questions as you can, as you like, and yeah, a lot of recommendation as well, and advice about our ongoing trip. So
Yeah.
book it on Airbnb. And they have another tours, different tours, Chinatown street tour and historical tour,
And the family meals.
yes,
Also.
like eating with aunties and uncles. They
Yeah.
cook for you,
Very
kind
interesting.
of like local.
Yeah, very interesting
So yeah,
concept.
might do another one of them. Let's see.
Yeah.